What's up, everybody? Welcome into another edition of the Hoops Hour. I am the big man on campus. It's Tuesday, January 22nd, 2019. Here, breaking down the college card for tonight. Hope you all have had a great day. We did lose our play last night on Western Kentucky in the first half. Definitely was a tough beat for me. And now we may say goodbye to West Kentucky for a while, who really have been an unlucky group for me the last pick or two. So, they were up 5 with 40 seconds to go, laying 2.5, and end up being down at half. So, was not a great pick as far as how it finished. I loved the spot; thought it was a good one, but didn't come in. So, those happen. Still on a very nice run, 25-15 over my last 40 picks, and on a little 5-2 spurt here over the last week. So we will try to find a winner tonight and keep ushering towards March. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Please say hello in the chat if you're interested and want to get your voice heard. We'll try to go over as many games as we can. I don't think we will go over every single one, but we will have some fun. Also, we'll give a little, have a little fun towards the end of the show. And if you get and name the best one, you will get my pick for tonight. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And you guys will remind me around 5:30 how you can get a shot at getting my play for tonight. So please, hold on one second. Please comment on the chat if you have any questions. Let's get into some of the games here. We'll start out with and guys, I want to put this out there. I want to make it really clear. I don't have any opinion on the MAC games tonight. I don't really cap the MAC. It's not a conference I really get involved with. I know about the teams, but I just don't bet on them, to be honest. It's my least favorite conference as far as basketball is concerned. I just don't have anything on those games. Let's start with Auburn, South Carolina. We'll start out with Auburn laying 8.5, total 151.5. I talked about this game on my show earlier with Donnie. We had a couple calls about it, and I think Auburn's probably the play here. As I look at it more and more, over looks pretty solid here. Both these teams very quick from a pace angle. Both teams get up a lot of shots. Both teams love to go, very fast. South Carolina, a team that struggles to defend the three. You'd expect Auburn to really want to jump out here after their loss last week to Kentucky. I think on the road here, they should have some real success offensively. And, you look at Auburn, one of their missteps lately has been the fact that this team hasn't really defended very well. They gave up 82 to Mississippi, gave up 88 to Murray State, gave up 78 to Georgia. Gave up 80 to Kentucky. This team struggled to defend lately. At 150-ish, around there, 150, 151.5. I think this game finds its way over the number. I do think Auburn can get to 80 here. I think this is like an 82-72 type of game. I'm gonna see what happens here. Maybe give it a shot with that. Let's move on. Let's go to Mississippi State, Kentucky. Kentucky 7.5 at Pinnacle or Bookmaker. It's moving up. If you like Mississippi State, maybe you want to wait on this one. You might get 7.5, which I'm surprised about. Mississippi State's a pretty good basketball team. They're off a loss, but they're an older team. They're experienced. I think this is a good spot for Mississippi State. Kentucky with a big game on deck against Kansas. Obviously, you have to keep your eye on the prize here, but this Mississippi State team, very solid. Good defense, even better offense this year. They make their threes. They make their fast shots. They really hang around in games. Very tall team as well, Mississippi State. One of the best things about this group, 73rd in the country in average height. You also look at the fact we've talked about continuity before. 78% of their minutes were by players from last year. Their continuity is very good. They're a team that's played together for a long time. These are the kind of teams you like in these spots, getting 3.5 possessions here against a team like Kentucky. A team like Kentucky who doesn't generally stay very consistent. They'll win 3 or 4 in a row, and then they'll lose to Seton Hall or Alabama. This is a good spot, I think, for Mississippi State to come in there. I think it's a good game. I think it's a 77-72 type of game. I think Mississippi State gets inside this number. They're one of those teams that you really like as a dog. Let's shout out to people: Jason, Chris, Brendan, Isaac, Jose, Dennis, Shun, Naeem, Little Lee, Austin, D Nizzle, Trenton, James, Jade Up, Dave, Rob, Bobby, Derek, Dane, Emza. Emza, where you been? Mike Maya, Dane Lofstedt, George, Mohammed Joma, Brad Dale, Marco, hit the like button, Melvin, Jr., Jewish, Johans, AB, Adam, David, Joanne, Cole. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. What's up, everybody? How you doing? What else do we have? Michigan first half seems strong to me. Any thoughts? I wonder about this game. I think Minnesota is the kind of team that can give Michigan problems. I think obviously people just want to point to the fact and say, well, Michigan's going to be at home. They're going to run away in this game. A lot of sharp money coming in on Minnesota. Minnesota is not a bad basketball team. They're a team that I think can rebound the ball at a high level. They get to the foul line, which is really important, 7th in the country. And Michigan doesn't make their free throws. That could be a way where this game is won for Minnesota. I think their physicality is going to bother Michigan. I really do. I think this is a spot where Minnesota, you look at last year when these two teams played. It's a 3-point game. Minnesota's very live in this one. Minnesota off of kind of a weird little stretch. Lost to Illinois, lost to Penn State. Or I'm sorry, won against Penn State. It was a 1-point win. You have a shot here to get, again, I don't think you're going to win this game, but Michigan, a lot like Wisconsin, as we saw. Both two teams, very finessey, not very physical. I think guys like Amir Coffey, Jordan Murphy, Daniel Turu, all these guys think they can really body and hurt a Michigan team that I think is a little soft. They're not a deep team either. That's one thing about Michigan I don't like. They are not deep at all. 345 in bench minutes. Only 20% of their minutes are bench minutes. The D1 average is 31%. They have no bench, really, at all. They just don't get a lot of production from everyone outside of Matthews, Brazdeikis, Poole, Simpson, and Teskey. It's a concern. What do you do if Brazdeikis gets in foul trouble in this game? And you saw what happens with Michigan when Brazdeikis doesn't play well. They don't score. It's that simple. I mean, they had 54 points on the weekend. I'll take my shot. A couple other questions here. Heading to the Meadowlands. I don't have any thoughts on Toledo. I'm not betting the MAC tonight. I said that. What's up, Sincere? Is Villanova undervalued? What do you think? I think Butler is a tough team, especially at home. I agree. And Villanova's had a lot of trouble over the years with Butler. Butler gets just the best of them, seemingly, for whatever reason. Even last year, Villanova went into Butler and lost. Jordan Tucker, now eligible for Butler, he's given them a huge edge off the bench. 24 in that game against St. John's really gave them the little nudge they needed to get over the hump. Him and Kamar Baldwin, as good as it gets. You throw Sean McDermott and Joey Brunk and Paul Jurgensen in there. This is a Butler team that always is tough. I wasn't very high on them coming out of non-conference play, but you look at the fact that out of non-conference play, they have some solid wins. Beat St. John's, beat Creighton, some close losses. There are 2 losses in conference over the last 5 are against Seton Hall and Xavier by a combined 2 points. The way they shoot the 3 and make their free throws, they are always a team you do not want to face. At home here, I have no other choice but to lean Butler here. Not a favorite, but I like it. Thank you, D. Nizzle. Do I think Georgia Tech is a good play? Yes, I do think Georgia Tech's a good play. In fact, we talked. We're not. What does that even mean? Yeah, listen, I mean, Georgia Tech's all their players are playing. So whoever's saying that they're not has no idea what they're talking about. Alvarado and all those guys are playing. Smoking Coke in Lakes, Michigan. I respect Dave. That's fine. No, I have no interest in Buffalo. I'm not on. I don't have that game tonight. Uh, Thank you, Dave. I don't play first half unders. No real opinion in that one. I think it's a higher scoring game though. John Rothstein tweeted out that those guys are playing. South Florida. No, I've South Florida to me is a fade team. I like Wichita in this game. The fact that South Florida is a favorite is a surprise to me. It really is. I mean, I just don't really see it with this team. I know a lot of people do because they've won some games, but to be frank, I mean, they're not very good. I mean, their wins are against a lot of bad teams. I mean, let's go over South Florida's wins here, guys. Alabama A&M, Austin P, Ohio, Florida A&M, Stetson, Colgate, App State, Florida International, Alcorn, Fairleigh Dickinson, Tulane, and UConn. The only top 100 win there is against UConn, and UConn's 89th out of 100. Here's what South Florida does, guys. It's very simple. They get to the free throw line and perceive to miss their free throws. They're 62% from the free throw line, 337 in the country. They've not beaten anyone we're talking about, yet they're a favorite tonight against Wichita. Try and riddle me that. Look, do I like LaQuincy Riddell? Yes, I think he's a solid player. Yetna, pretty good also. But listen, is this a token Wichita team? No. But I have some interest. The concern I have with Wichita is, but I think they're going to be ready here. You look at their road games. Had a neutral with Davidson, neutral with Alabama, neutral with Oklahoma, away at VCU, Memphis, Houston. I mean, that's a tough stretch there. Now you're getting a little slow part of your schedule here. South Florida, UConn, Tulsa, SMU, East Carolina, and Tulane. Real opportunity for Wichita to get back on the horse here a little bit. Got to start putting some wins together here if you're Greg Marshall's team. If I'm getting 2.5 here, yeah, there's no way I'm laying it with South Florida. None. I don't think they're a good team. They've played nobody, South Florida. Absolutely no one. Non-conference strength of schedule, 350th. There's only 353 teams. This team's a clown show. They have little experience. They just don't have much. They're a young team. They turn the ball over a lot. That's another problem. This team turns the ball over a lot. 340th in the country at turning the basketball over. So yeah, there's a lot of mess with South Florida. They don't make their free throws, even though that's the focal point of their offense and getting to the line. They turn the ball over too much. Their schedule stinks. They're a young team. They're just a team that I don't have interest in. Does K State get a win tonight at home? I, I'm kind of at my wits end with that game. I spent a lot of time on it. Obviously, Texas Tech has lost two straight. Chris Beard, I don't think is upset just yet. He wasn't happy with their performance against Baylor. The Iowa State game, it is what it is. It was a tie game with like a minute and a half left. They lost. The Baylor game, Baylor just shot the ball. I mean, 11 threes, which is very odd because Texas Tech's always very good at shutting the three-point line down. Coming into that game, they were the best three-point defense in the country. They couldn't rebound. They turned the ball over too much. They just didn't play well against Baylor. But they're coming into this game against K-State. Dean Wade's back. You'd obviously figure Wade's going to add a lot into this offense. They lost by 6 the first game, but that was without Dean Wade and without Stokes as well. Actually, I'm sorry, Stokes had 7 points. He did play in that game, but he didn't play. He only played about 20 minutes. Stokes is going to play a lot more minutes here. You're obviously going to get Dean Wade. I think the problem that Texas Tech has right now is when Odiasi's in the game, they struggle because what teams usually do is go small with Odiasi in the game. And Odiasi's already a useless offensive player. And against smaller lineups, he's struggled. So that's going to be something they're going to have to fix. They have a lot of things to fix, but as I've said before, I think long term, they're going to be just fine. They need a second scoring option. Culver has been too much of a catalyst. And you really, if you look back to the game against Kansas State, he only had 9 points in that game. So you have to figure he's going to play better as well, and they still won by 6. I think they go in tonight to Bramlage and win. I do. I believe it. I think the game's low scoring. I think it's first to 60 is going to win this game. I think it's like a 62-58 type of game. I think the under probably would be the play, though. You really have to have a lot of cojones to take unders in these kind of games. 120 is very low. Very low. So there's not a lot of wiggle room. You can get a 120.5 at Bet Online if you're caring about that half point, which obviously every half point matters with a 120 total. Thank you, Jake. Yeah, he is a clown. Glad you see it. Thoughts on FSU Clemson? That game is not tonight. I don't. Oh, it is. You're right. I'm sorry. That game I didn't see. I haven't spent a lot of time on it. A lot of tickets coming in on FSU here. Is this team is kind of as poorly as they played? They're at home though. They're getting a team in Clemson that I don't think is very good. But this team's lost 3 in a row, and 2 of them have been by 12 and by 5 against Boston College and Pitt. But now you're back home. Clemson, obviously a team that I'm not very high on, not just because they have Brad Burnell, but I just don't think they're very good, to be honest. Clemson is very reliant on the 2-point shot. I think the length of Florida State will bother them. I think they'll have some trouble scoring in this game. I think the under might have some value here at 144. I could see Florida State getting into the 70s, but I don't think Clemson does. Lean Florida State back at home. I think they bounce back. But you look at the number here. This number opened around 6. It stayed at 6. You have over 2,000 tickets on this game, and 77% of the tickets, 82% of the money is on Florida State, and the line is just literally sat at 6. Big man, you're one of the best when it comes to NCAA. Thank you, whoever you were. What else do we have here? Who said that, by the way? Mike. Thank you, Mike. North Philly's in the house. What's up, King Op? King Op, where are you from in North Philly? I don't have any opinion on Ohio, brother. Sorry. I don't really bet that conference too much. Ohio's not a team I'm willing to bet. Turn the ball over too much. Where in North Philly are you from? Mississippi, Alabama. That's an interesting game. I like Alabama at home. When they're at home, I'm a big fan of this group. They've been very good there over the years. Coleman Coliseum. Obviously, those last year teams had Colin Sexton, so obviously that did some good things for them. But over the years, they've been a pretty good team at home. But you have a Mississippi team coming in here. They are the number 1 team in the country against the spread, 15-2 this year. Are Kermit Davis and the Rebels. So keep that in mind. I like Mississippi, real good team. I like what they're doing. I thought they'd be more of a kind of a fade team in the second half, but they haven't been that just yet. Really been playing well. You're basically flipping a coin here on this one. I think Mississippi State's a slightly better group, though. I'd lean that way if I'm looking at this game. Alabama also 2-5-1 against the number this year at home. So they've been a lot different this year at Coleman. It's not been as dominant. Nowhere near close and as dominant. Lean Mississippi in that game. Yeah, Scott Weaver. South Florida's bad. That was one of my caps the other night, and why I liked Houston. See you later, Todd. Have a good night. Fuck off. You're out of here. See your shitty ass fucking talking shit on the internet. I don't put up with that. See you later. Fuck off. Any thoughts on Fresno tonight? Think they get the job done against San Diego State? Not high on the Aztecs. You're from Cambria and Fair Hill. Okay, cool, interesting. So what? You're around Fifth and Cambria, Badlands, huh? Good stuff. I it would shock you to know, but I used to show up on Marshall Street back in the day. Um, so I'm sure you know where Marshall Street is. Not far away from you, actually. It was more up like Marshall and more towards like Marshall and I don't know Diamond or so. But again, not too far. But yeah, I know right where you're at, Fair Hill and Cambria. Sure. Uh, In fact, I think you're right near Marshall Street. I think that's the street, like just over Sixth Street. Six is Marshall Street's between Sixth and Seventh. Fair Hill's between Fifth and Sixth. So, yeah, I know right where you are. Whoa, were you that guy from Sugar House that said you saw me there after the fact? I think I remember that actually. Yeah, that guy. He said he saw me at Sugar House. Matt Madu. Any comment on Holy Family and Georgian Court? Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I got to admit that might be one of the more ridiculous requests I've ever seen on these shows. Honestly, I mean, I mean, you're really reaching here. I mean, Georgian Court. Like, come on, dude. Is there even a line on that game? Yeah. Look, I know a lot about college basketball. I know where Holy Family is. It's in the Philly area. I don't have anything. No. Shout out to all the people on fucking Cambria Street. Shout the fuck out. Thanks for watching me. Stand the fuck up. Badlands, get the fuck up. Shout out to you. Also, shout out to Beirut, North Philly. Stand the fuck up. I used to spend many a days in North Philly. Grat Street. Shout out to my boy Lucky on Cleveland Street. Shout out to my man Hawk on G&D. What's up? Shout out to them. Shout out to King Op for showing them the show. Appreciate you all. Now go take your money, go to the Poppy store, and beat them the fuck up tonight, all right? My boys. Yeah, King Op, get at me on Twitter. I'm gonna be there on Thursday. We can meet up or something. Thanks for watching, Sean. Any locks tonight? I tell you, I'm really liking Mississippi State more and more. I think they're a solid play tonight. You can get 7.5 right now at Bookmaker. I like that one. Is your girl still in Miami? She comes home tonight. We'll be seeing her on Thursday. Uh, yeah, I think it's D3. Settle down, Matt. D Nizzle, shout out to West Philly. Shout out to West Philly. The bottom's in here. Welcome in, bottom. Um, everybody knows about the bottom. Shout out to them. Okay, no problem, King Up. Yeah, DM me your number, bro. No problem. What's up, Nuke Worker? Don't. Yeah, I wonder how many people are going to ask me about Mac games. I don't have anything on the Mac tonight. Sorry, guys. Uh, yeah, I don't really go to Harris Chester. Too many. And again, David, I thanks for checking in. I just don't go to Harris. I don't like a lot of the people down there. A lot of crackheads in there. I don't know. Just don't really like it. Yes, I'll be at Sugar House on Thursday. Yes. All right, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. And thank you to all the people in here. I appreciate it. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do a contest. I want everyone right now. Give me something that is really popular and like a popular opinion that you don't agree with. And I'm going to give you and I'm going to pick the best one and you're going to get a prize. So I'll give you one that I have. A popular opinion that I don't like is J-Lo is the hottest thing on earth. I think she's overrated. So it's a popular opinion that other people would not agree with. So what is something that you agree with that Mostly others don't. No politics. So if you don't like Donald Trump and everyone does, that's not an answer. Yeah, no, we're not doing that, SoCal. Sorry. Um, David H., you agree with the soda tax. Why do you agree with the soda tax? That's a good one. Austin Z., a hot dog is a sandwich. It is a sandwich, so I can't pick that one. Sorry. Good to hear, Russ B. Dane, Calipari is a bad coach. Yeah, I think he is. I mean, he's not a great coach, but he's not a bad coach either. He's a good recruiter. Ryan T., milk doesn't go with cereal. What? That would be the winner, honestly. That's a ridiculous comment. Come on, Brian. That is so bad. What are you talking about? How does milk not go with cereal? Yes, nothing from not. Well, actually, you know what? Let's see. Your 9/11 one. Carson Wentz is not selfish. Well, that's pretty much common knowledge at this point. Matt Madu, Kim Kardashian's the hottest thing on earth. You don't agree with that? I mean, you're not going to get in good with me on that one because I'm a big Kim K fan. Okay, first of all, this is the dumbest comment ever. Popular opinion. Everyone believes Philly has the best steaks. And he spells steaks Stakes. First of all, it's Steakes. And that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Migos is the best rap group of all time. I don't think anybody says Migos is the best rap group of all time. Maybe these dumb kids today, but come on. SoCal, LeBron is the GOAT. Wow. You don't think he's the GOAT. So you think Michael is. That's not really that big. If you came to me and said, like, you think Dana Barros is the best, then I'd be like, okay, that's stupid. Low-carb diets don't work. Okay, what diets do work? I'll tell you what, that guy that said milk doesn't go with cereal, that is a savage opinion. Really weird. Star Wars is the best movie ever. I actually agree 100% with your comment, Artez. I've never seen them, and I can't imagine ever wanting to see them. Sunil, 3-pointers have broken the NBA. I think they have, so I can't. I don't think that's a wild opinion. Jose Mourinho is a great coach. I don't think a lot of people think that right now, so that's not wild. So you don't think Tom Brady's the GOAT, Stardino? That's a pretty good one, actually. You don't think Tom Brady's the GOAT. That's really wild. Jimmy Butler's most overrated star. That's a good one, actually. I think a lot of people think he's a great player. Some people, I could see where they don't. Russ B says big asses are the best. He doesn't agree with that. That's a pretty weird opinion, too. And Jewish Sexer says big man is the best capper in NCAA. Not many agree. LOL. Oh, really? Well, I have 200 people in here watching off sheer promotion on my own, so I guess I'm okay at this. KY Derek says he thinks iced tea sucks. Wow. That's a crazy opinion. Phil Mickelson's a rat. Actually, you know what, Jason? I think you might be the winner, actually. That is a really good opinion. Everyone loves Phil Mickelson, but he is a fucking rat. That's a good point. Great point by you. You know what? I'm going to pick two winners. I'm going to pick Jason Hunter, and I'm going to pick that cereal guy. That cereal opinion was wild. That milk doesn't go with cereal. That is amazingly crazy. Mike Butler says Tupac is alive. I don't think anyone really thinks he's alive, Mike. Baseball's boring. So you don't think it's boring. I think a lot of people would think it is. Pound for pound, Iverson was better than Jordan. I can't make that distinction. Pound for pound, I guess, but Soldier Boy made Drake. I don't think anyone believes that. Fire Festival was a blast. You got some good ones, bro. Yes, I actually think I think that Phil Mickelson one was really good, actually. Like, I think that's a really good one because Phil Mickelson has this clean reputation, but when it comes down to it, he's a real scumbag. The cereal one is really crazy too. Like, that is the most crazy opinion I've ever heard. J-Lo is so fine. I'll drink her bathwater and eat the soap. I think she's overrated, personally. But, hey, that's a fun game, guys. Everyone participated. So, you two people, hit me up, and I'll get you a prize. Um, Jason, I believe it was, and I didn't connect. I didn't see who the other guy was, the milk and cereal guy. Please explain how milk doesn't go with cereal. That's amazing. Um, Big Man is a good poker player. Okay, so I guess you don't think I'm a good poker player. I couldn't really care less. I'd love to tap J Lo. Right, J Lo is overrated. Thank you, Desert Gambler. I agree. All right, well that was fun. So we'll get back to some hoops here. If there's any other game we didn't take a look at, Duke Pittsburgh is interesting. I think Duke could have a letdown here. Pittsburgh, obviously, Jason Capel comes over, or Jeff Capel comes over, could be a leg up for Pitt. Maybe Duke takes a little easier on them. Virginia Wake. I don't really see how Wake scores here, to be honest, but guys. This has the looks of like an 80-54 type of game. Lean UVA here. What's the total in this game? Question is, can Wake do enough just to like hold Virginia down for a little bit and get this game under? 80-54. I think the over might have some value, 130.5. But I feel like if Wake can get the 50, I think this game will go over. Because I think Virginia will put up 80. 80-51. I can see that. Interesting. Send me a message on YouTube. You can send a message on YouTube. Send me a message. I don't know how to do it, but I'm sure you can. Um, or you can, I'll tell you what, go to my website, rightwager.com, and do a contact us and just send me your number that way. Rightwager.com. I'll get your number there. My wife doesn't put milk in her cereal. That's weird. Well, how does she eat it then? Just like plain? That's interesting. My wife, Suge Knight coming home. Suge Knight's not coming home. He's old. How do you account for teams that are poor at free throw shooting when they have value? I don't bet on them. I don't think that they could ever have value. That's one of the reasons that they don't. Did Steve Prom coach at Murray State? Yes, he coached there before he was at Iowa State. First half could have some value too. I mean, you have to admit, probably they're already pissed off here. I don't know. I don't think Pitt's that good a team, to be honest. Duke can make anyone look bad. Yeah, I like Georgia Tech. Anthony Pianoforte, Boise Air Force. Tough trip, always to Colorado Springs. I think Boise's a better team, but I'm not running to the window lay points with anyone in the Mountain West, to be honest. How much is home court worth? Depends. Depends where we're talking about. Ryan Savagny says Chipotle's not good, basically. I actually don't disagree. I'm not a big Mexican food guy, so I don't disagree with that. That's actually a pretty good opinion. I don't think Mexican food's that good. I find it to be overrated. Once in a while, I'll eat tacos. Like I had them the other night. Like sometimes I'll have them maybe once every 6 months. But yeah, I don't love Mexican food either, to be honest. Yeah, I would never have St. Peter's in my thought processes. South or San Diego State? Nah, I'm not really interested in that one either. Who's your front runner to win the CAA? Hofstra. Where am I watching the Super Bowl? Uh, Probably on a 14-foot screen in my parents' house. They usually have a little party. What's my favorite cologne? I don't wear cologne. I hate cologne. I think people that wear cologne are weirdos. All you have to do is, you know, just clean yourself and you'll be fine. No, I don't wear cologne. I remember when I was in high school, there was a kid that didn't put deodorant on. He would just put cologne on. And ever since then, I've been grossed out by it. So yeah, I don't wear cologne. Now, I'm a big perfume guy and a woman, but I don't wear cologne. Sounds good. Thanks, bro. I'll give you a call in a little bit. Do I think weekend games are better for betting? No, I don't think weekend games are better for betting. I think, there's always value. Who's winning right now in the NBA contest? I am winning. I'm 8-6, up 1.5 units. He's 7-6, up like point 0.6 units. So it's pretty close competition. Any NBA tonight? No, I'm not giving any thoughts. There's only 4 games, and I'm trying to keep my contest picks secret. South Carolina at home? No, I don't have any interest in that one. An outright road dog with the best chance to win. I think all those teams will win, to be honest. I would say Wichita would be the best one. Yeah, but it doesn't matter how hard. It doesn't matter what Bill Cosby did in the TV industry or what R. Kelly did in the music industry. Both of them are serial uh, molesters, and they should be arrested, both of them. R. Kelly's even worse because he did it to underage kids. What are you talking about? They're both fucking shithead scumbags, and they shouldn't see the light of day again. I couldn't care less that R. Kelly's a good artist. Doesn't make him any less of a fucking loser. He's a fucking predator, and he has no business being in the same air that we are. The problem with him is he did it with kids, young girls. He's a complete fucking subhuman. And he shouldn't breathe the same air that you and I do. Bill Cosby did it to people that were incapacitated and were drugged. They're both fucking losers. Do I think the Pac-12 would be relevant in the tourney? Can UW make the Elite Eight? I don't think anyone will make the Elite Eight for the Pac-12. I think UW will be the team that goes the farthest, though. My favorite free play for tonight would be Mississippi State. No, like a lot of people, Guan, you didn't listen to the beginning of the show. I don't have any opinion on the MAC tonight. What's going on with Oklahoma Thunder odds? They've raised pretty much because people are on Portland. It's kind of a reverse kind of thing. I like that Nesbitt. I'd probably take Butler out and just do 2 of them. Who do I think will be the number 1 pick? I think the number 1 pick will be Zion, but I would pick Ja Morant. R. Kelly needs a body bag. Agreed. Chick-fil-A is the best sandwich. I agree with you. I don't think it is either. Teddy, shut up, dude. Give it up, man. Would you just go away? Like I hate to say it, bro, but like I don't really like congregate with people that I don't like. I don't really like you, bro. Like just go away. Like just leave me alone. Like I don't have anything to say to you, man. Just go away. Just go do your thing. I don't bother you. Just leave me alone. Um I think it moved to 22 just because people are just maybe taking a shot with the big points. Am I on anything in the NBA? I am, but it's too small of a card to give any picks out. Yeah, that's what he does. He's bipolar. He makes good, and then A few hours later, I see him on Twitter trolling me. I mean, that's what he is. He's a troll. He's a clout chaser troll that's just trying to get famous off people. That's what he does. He's done that since he started on Twitter. His goal has been to use people to get people to know who he is. He does it with me. He does it with other people. He's just a clout chaser. That's all he is. Here's an idea, Teddy. Go do it on your own. No, I dislike you. I don't dislike anyone for any reason. I've given valid reasons why I don't like you. You're a shit talking shithead. That's what you are. I've been not secret about you. I don't like you. I've not liked you for a while. I've tried to make that clear to you. Yet you keep coming back and bothering me here. Just go away. Leave me alone. Sounds good, Howard. Who will the Eagles pick in the draft? I would think a running back, but we'll see. Probably a lineman. Good luck, Eric. Oklahoma State wasn't free. They played yesterday against the Knicks, so they were not free. Plus, they had to travel. Exactly, Guan. Guan White, tweet of the comment of the day. Guan has always been here. We have arguments all the time, but he never acts like a fuckhead like you do. No, you won't see me at IPC because I'm not going to be at IPC. So you're not going to ever see me. You will never meet me. And if you do, make sure you say the shit you say on the internet to my face. But like most, you won't. That's what people like you on the internet do. Everybody's got shit to say until the real dude walks in, and then you have nothing to say. That's how stuff works on the internet. Thank you, Derek. My attitude has never been different. My attitude is the same. I'm nice to people that are nice to me, and I'm a dickhead to people that are dickheads to me. It's very easy. I'm not going to butter people up on here. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to tell you. I don't think it helps anyone for me to lie and say that's a good pick when I don't think it is. You ain't going to see me anywhere. I agree with that, King Razor. Teddy, I mean, here's what I would say to you. You always say you're cool and you're not going to bother anyone, yet you say that, and then a day or two later, I see you in Twitter, talking shit. I mean, you have only yourself to blame for this. I'm cool to people that are cool to me. It's like King Rail and I. We didn't like each other initially. We made peace, and King Rail's cool. He doesn't act out of line. That's what happens. You act like a human being, you get treated like one. He's been very cool, and we've got along. But I'm sure if I acted out to him or he acted out to me, it'd be different. You bought Ken Palm. Can you hit me up for a breakdown? Well, just look at Ken Palm. I don't think you need me, do you? Exactly, Ross. Did you talk about the Auburn game? Yes. Would you challenge Maxwell Smart for a comp? I don't know who the fuck that is. Uh, don't say on the internet anything you wouldn't say to someone's face. Exactly. Um, and if you're talking about who I think you're talking about, Capricorn, no, because I don't need to prove anything to him. I don't know who the fuck he is, and he can't carry my fucking balls. So no, no. If he's comparing himself to me, that's a stupid competition. Um, no, I have no opinion on Northwestern IU. Both teams, I'm not a big fan of. All right, guys, let's settle down, King Up. It's all good, buddy. Don't worry about it. Don't catch a case over something like that. Uh, King Op, I'm telling King Op's a real one. He doesn't fuck around. Stay away from Cambridge Street, he said. Stay away from Fair Hill. Apper John, though, I met him out in Vegas. He's a pretty nice guy. He was out with me and Gabe and everybody on the last day. We were hanging out we were hanging out on the at the book. How do I feel about Michigan? I talked about that one already. Kind of like the other side. Yeah, what do you got? What do you not get on there, Artez? Just ask, what do you got? Does SBR get mad that you take viewers? I don't take viewers from anybody. I've had this show at 5 o'clock forever. Settle down, King Op. Don't worry about that. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate it. Yeah, Artez, shoot your questions. I'm about to wrap up here. Next 2-3 minutes. Does Gabe still have a night show? I want to say he does. I'm not sure. I think he's got a Patreon, like it's a like a charity, like a supporter thing. I don't think he's going to go to no concert with you. I think he's talking about. I think he's talking about if you came to the corner, it wouldn't be good for you. Uh, have I ever hung out with Peter Loshak? Yes, I've hung out with Peter Loshak. Pete's a good guy. I've known him forever. I've uh, I've I've done videos with Peter for 5 or 6 years now. What do I think about New Mexico? Uh, don't really have an opinion on that one. I would probably take them though. UNLV, I'm very low on. What's up, Best Gambler? Best Gambler, he's been around for a while too. Yeah, usually, Teddy, when you have to explain to people that you're a good guy, pride doesn't mean you're a good guy. Point distribution. Point distribution is basically how they like if they score 70 points a game, let's say the 3 point percentage is 33.6. That means 33.6% of the points they score are from the 3 point line. So if you have a team, let's say like Auburn, they're very high. I think they're top 10 in 3 point distribution. So that means most of their offense comes from the 3 point line. So free throws is, let's say 18% of their points and so on. And then to have the average of what D1 is and then what those teams are. Yes, that would be what they allow. No, I did not, Jensen. But I pretty much went over every game, so I don't really. You must have joined late. You'll have to listen to it over again. All right, take it easy, Nisbet. No problem, Dennis. Will the Phillies sign Harper? I think they will. Summit League thoughts. South Dakota State will win the Summit League. Did I already go over Duke Pitt? Yes, small. I think you could do well on Mad Dog Super Bowl trivia. I probably could, but I'm not really good. Like I was only born in '89, so anything before like the '90s, I don't really have much on. So there's a lot of older people that probably would know more than me about stuff like that. All right, guys, we'll look to wrap it up here. Always a fun show talking to all of you. Just want to do one thing here. And we will finish her up here. Super Bowl picks, don't have any just yet. I'm a Cancer. My best play tonight, free play would be Mississippi State. Teddy B likes the song Mo Bamba. Enough said. Yeah, well, he's a kind of frat kind of guy. That's what they love. Yeah, we don't like me. We don't like Drake here, dude. I think we've made that clear. I did not read your messages for the second time. No, no problem, Jason. Thanks. Thanks, Isaac. Appreciate it. That's a funny comment from Yaya's. Teddy B likes the song Mo Bamba. That's funny. I saw that guy that Mo Bamba guy was performing that song the other day. But does that guy have any other songs? Like who even sings that song? I don't even know who sings that song. Let's look this up. Mo Bamba is a single by American rapper Sheck Wes. So basically, Sheck Wes is a one hit wonder. The song is named after Mo Bamba, who grew up with Sheck Wes in Harlem, and they spent their childhood together. How about that? Never knew that. That's crazy. I didn't think that. I didn't even know who sung that song, but now I do. Yeah, Jensen, I would re-listen to the show. We talked about all those games. There's a player on Baylor named Flo Thamba. Yeah, I know. I heard. I saw. I know that guy. Who did I vote for in the All Star game? I didn't vote for anyone yet. But all right, guys, gonna wrap it up. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be on at 9 o'clock on SBR. We'll do some live betting and talk about some other stuff. Drew Martin will join us Tuesday night. Drew Martin. You all have a great night, and thanks to all of you for joining me. Bye bye.